Hi there, Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bosk's Bounty video, and welcome to episode 6 of Only One Bosk, where myself and my good friend and partner in crime are going to be going through our top 5 vintage collection figures and card backs from episode 3. So it doesn't really match up, does it? But we didn't really think about that at the start. But it doesn't matter. How you going? How you doing, my friend? All right?
Hey, how you going? That's an Australian thing. You've been talking with Ed 5 too much. No, I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm all good. And MCM Comic Con, you just come back, haven't you? So
awesome. Yeah, it's good. Tiring day, long day, but yeah, it's good to be there and that. Good to see the reveals. Good to see them actually in hand. Yeah, because they had stuff in the cabinet, then they did the reveals at the panel, and then they said they're going to be putting the stuff in the cabinets from the reveals. I thought, oh, this is brilliant, because then you actually get to see.
Man.
You actually get to see them. So that speeder bike is beautiful.
Wow, man. I'd love to do that. I'd love to be able to just see something that's fresh that your eyes are seeing beyond the public in general. That would be awesome. So one day, that'd be good.
Yeah, we'll get down there, man. Just get down there. I mean, like the Hasbro panel, it's not just press in there. The people just queue up and go in, you know.
Yeah.
So you don't have to try and attempt to get a press badge or anything silly like that. It's a bit too far for you, Nick, though, isn't it, London?
Well, get down there and catch COVID-19. You might not want to put that in. You might want to cut that
out. I don't care. It's funny. Right. Yeah. Okay. So let's get on with this. We are now, as I said, on episode 6. This is the 6th one of these we're doing. We're now on episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And we kind of said on last week's episode that we feel that we might clash on this one more than any other of the line. I'm not too sure if that's because there's less of these. I didn't really do a count on these ones. I would imagine there's probably around 10 to 15 Revenge of the Sith cards, something like that. But I think there's some obvious standouts, and we probably will clash, but maybe not in the ordering. But I think some of mine that are in my top 5 are going to be in yours, basically. So, with all that being said, if you do happen to enjoy the video, and also if you wouldn't mind putting your top 5 down in the comment section below, because we always want to know your top 5 as well. So then, Nick, go for it, buddy. You're first.
So with this first choice, it's more the card back than the figure. I don't even have the figure loose, but I love that card back. Wow. And to be honest with you, for all the phase 2s, that's the one that might be actually the most balanced, even though I don't have him loose. Look at it. It's the old chunky body, but that balances more with the head. As we have discussed before, the VC45 sculpt makes it look really, really huge. But I remember when I first started getting into TVC, Flygay.net, I remember he had a review of VC45. Then I was looking all around his channel for a review of this. And in my head, I thought it was going to be the same. A really kind of decent figure that was, but obviously that's actually an older figure than VC45. And yeah, it's just, as I say, it's one I've never had loose, but he didn't have a review on it because I think he said he'd reviewed it, prior, because it's an old repack in it, but brilliant card back. So anyway, that's the foil chase as well, Tim, but that's my first one.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm already surprised, to be honest. I am. But you're right. That
really
I am. Yeah, but from a balance point of view, definitely the card back's great, and the figure is a little bit dated now, as we all know, but it is more accurate in terms of its scale with his head and his legs, isn't it?
Just to go over the rules of this, because there are rules to this, and I've chosen figures before that I don't even have loose, like FX Search. But this one, is that what's weird for you? The fact that I don't have it loose. It's not, the figure's not crap. It's all right, but it's it's more the card. So this wins a lot of points for the card back. I love that pose.
Yeah, I mean? I just think I don't know why I'm surprised. I just thought when I was looking at them thinking of the ones that I would pick, I was thinking, that one's a decent one, don't get me wrong, but it's when it's your top 5, it's right.
Well, we're going to see what you're thinking in a minute. You're going to show us what you're thinking with your next reveal.
Well, my 5th place is, as you know, I do like the clones.
A clonaholic.
And you might be shocked at this one because it's a shock trooper. Did you like that?
Oh yeah,
you will be shocked.
Yeah.
Now, I personally think, because whatever we say about this this body and head combo, I think this is probably the best one out of all of those. I think I like the 212th as well. I like the card back, but the helmet goes yellow on a lot of those, so it just ruins it straight away for me. I couldn't have the 501st because I don't like the card back image as much, but I don't know. There's something about the shock troopers.
No spoilers.
Oh yeah, That's a good
That's not
point.
on your list, is it? You're looking at it over there.
Whoops. But yeah, he's in my top 5, but he doesn't, he's 5th basically. So that there's 4 that I prefer to this one. But he is in my top 5. So there you go.
Okay, that's good. Now, yeah, lovely card that, Tim. Nice choice. This next one for me, again, another kick-ass card back. I love this card back. If it was just on card backs alone, this would probably be, I don't know, in all-time TVC, right up there. Let's just get on with it. It's this. It's another foil variant I've brought down for the purposes of the video. Give you a bit of, But the figure itself, I know it looks like he's wearing his wife's 80s, whatever, powered.
Yeah. It's like a mink coat, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But actually, on the shelf, I quite like this. I have him facing off with Yoda, posed. I have a loose one I got from Tungori. So in terms of the figure, the sculpt is very good. I mean, that's the best you're ever going to get for Crazy Sidious, I suppose, and they've redone that in various things. But that's a great card back again. So I do have it loose. So that's a tick for the figure. But again, it's the card back pulled me in. Above all those clones you were mentioning there. I'm not saying I've not chosen any more clones, but the card back, it just nearly said a rude word then. It piddles all over the others. He's right.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
And it's one of the main villains, isn't it? Which is something that we're missing these days in the TVC.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right. So my number 4 is a foil card. And that is because I don't have this one on the normal. So because I got the foil one first, I thought I don't need the normal one, sort of thing. I would prefer the normal one, to be honest, and then I'd probably sell the foil card. Because I know I'm not into my variants as much as you are. But this one had to go in for me. Nice. And I don't have this version loose, but I do have the new version loose, and I do love the figure, and I do like the characters. I think, what are they, cyborgs? Are they cyborgs or droids? I don't know. Cyborgs, right?
They're droids.
They're droids, right?
Well, yeah. Unless there's something I don't know about the lore that, there's a tiny.
I think they're classed as droids, aren't they?
Yeah. Grievous is a cyborg.
Yeah. And yeah, I just love the card back, and I love the figure combo there. So he is VC18, everybody, and he's in my 4th place for Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, it's looking good on camera there, Tim. You had a good bit of shine off that foil there. That was looking very nice. Yeah, speaking of that figure, because you messaged me a while ago. You said you saw someone had a few of them loose, didn't they, on eBay, right?
Yeah, someone sold 3 in one lot for so cheap.
Yeah,
God. And I only wanted one of them.
I only wanted one, and I finally have one now. The same way you have the thing Jedi,
the new one. Jedi Survivor.
And anyway, my number, what are we on now? Number 3. Funnily enough, is our man here.
Ah, there you go. We have clashed.
And the reason why I put him in this list is because I've been so impressed with that figure. Now I've finally got it loose. The card back, I'd say I would put the card back behind. I would definitely put the card back behind Sidious and that clone trooper you just excuse me. That clone trooper you just saw. But it's still quite a cool card back. This is not what the foil. I brought this one down, which I got on eBay for a decent price. Look at that though. It's got that god awful Canadian.
Right.
What is that crease that's on all of them? It's got to be.
It always seems to be the case, doesn't it? Yeah.
But it's a lovely figure, that, and my foil one that I have, Tim, doesn't have that on though. Just so you know. So either someone peeled it off or it never came with it.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But my
right. Well, if I happen to get one of those unpunched normal one, then I'll flog you this one if you want.
Wow. Yeah. How about that? But no, I don't really care about that. I mean, a bit of variance on my wall, one with and one without. But anyway, speaking of which, your viewers, if they've never heard of me and seen my channel, they won't. I can't believe I'm doing these videos in this dining room, Tim. I'm not showing off my collection. But anyway, that's just
for anybody that's watching. Only One Kenobi has a YouTube channel.
Two collection rooms.
And 2 collection rooms. So
and a dining room that I'm in here, which I can't believe I'm doing. But anyway, I need to get out of here, man. Get back into the collection room.
So my number 3, and God, this one could have been higher, man. It really could. It really could have been higher. But Mr. Grievous is in number 3 for me.
How about that?
And what can you say? Like, who doesn't like this card back, man? I mean, I can't, some people might not like the prequels at all, but from like a card back and figure presentation point of view, the greens with his red cape, flipping awesome. And nice unpunched one. Mine does have a bit of a curve. I have to flatten that out a bit, but yeah, he's in my 3rd place. I can't really say any more about him, really, and I'm hoping he's probably in your list, and you'll probably say some more about him, which is good.
So, but he's not in my list.
Really?
Not in my list. No, he's not. No.
Wow.
He is. He's next.
I knew it.
Yeah, no, the thing is, Tim, that's really weird about this. I was going to maybe have, I don't know why, only because there's one thing about the figure that annoys me, the fact that he doesn't have peg holes. And I was going to put I don't know why, for a brief moment, he was in 3rd place and the Magna Guard was in 2nd. But no, he's in 2nd. It's wrong to not put him ahead of the Magna Guard. The figure's too damn good, man. In it, regardless of the peg hole issue, they should put a peg hole in him. But he's a brilliant figure, and I like you smashed it, Tim. You've said everything else.
I think like when you were joking there, I knew you were joking, and then it went on for a bit, and I thought, is he joking? Surely you're going to put that it's somewhere in your top 5, but obviously it's high.
It has to be, doesn't it? I mean, I did a video, my first ever top 5 vintage collection figures and cards anyway, years ago. I put him at number 1 just because of the fact it's a great figure and a great card. But just so you know as well, you mentioned the warp on yours. My silver one has a warp on. You might remember my infamous magnet video. But, I love this one because this came from USNA, and it's not only is it the regular card, but it's unpunched as well. So I love that one. Very nice.
Yeah, it's a great one. It is a great one. Mine's unpunched, but yeah, I've got to sort that curve out. Okay. So you've only got 1 left, so I kind of know who's going to be your number 1. But I've got 2 left. So who have I put above Grievous?
I know, very interesting.
And it is Mr.
I did think about him. I did.
I just love this figure, man, because it does use that older sculpt. And you get some nice accessories with him. I just love the card back, the image of him. Fantastic. And I just, I'm a clone. I just love the clones. So they're always going to be high up in my lists. Look at that image, man.
It's a great image. It's great, isn't it? Lovely,
and again, I just green is actually my favorite color. Spoiler alert. So I do.
Geniuses pick green, Greg.
Do they?
Have you seen Meet the Parents or whatever? That's what he says. To Greg Fokker.
Oh, right.
Because he has a hire car that's green, and he says, "Interesting color you picked." And he goes, the guy at the rental store picked it, and he goes, well, they say geniuses pick green, but you didn't pick it. Anyway, sorry up everything. Carry on, Tim. Sorry.
I haven't seen that film in ages. That's a great film. So I mean, when I think about other ones that are green that I quite like, like Luke Jedi, he's up there for me. Biker Scout, Chirrut Way, things like that. Just so he's up there. I mean, Grievous is green as well, so
that's cool.
I don't know. It's just something about the name pill and that. It looks, Anyway, he's in second place for me.
Well, do you know what, Tim? I know I haven't picked him, but I'm glad you have, because between us, we're picking good cards there. And I felt really bad actually not picking that one, because it is a lovely figure loose. I do have it loose. I bought it off a mate secondhand, and it's nice. It's not bad, and it's a lovely card. Maybe I just thought it was too dark, but you know what I've picked here, and it is definitely Cody. What I've done is I've kept it in the star case because I'm doing a little bit of a hack here. I've made it look like an unpunched one because I've got behind it the silver one, the proof card. So I'll take it out now. It does actually. It's amazing when you have them back to back from a certain angle. You can make it look like it's an unpunched Cody. So I'm still living in denial about not buying that one on eBay that time. But anyway, yeah. What can you say other than it's a really good figure? It's the only phase 2 that kind of seems scaled. I know it's a different type of phase 2, but that's the best lift from a movie I've ever seen on a vintage card. That the yes, look, City, whatever, yeah.
And I'll bring him out as well.
Yeah,
I think that I would be hard pushed to not have this one as my best of all of them. That's the thing. So just in terms of Revenge of the Sith, he's going to be top because he is right up there with loads of them. Now mine hasn't got the sticker. I don't know, and yeah, obviously I haven't got an unpunched one. Mine, maybe. Was it your Magna Guard that you didn't have the sticker on?
Yeah, but the funny thing is, Tim, my Magna Guard, which is silver, and my Cody that's silver, they both don't have a sticker, and they came from the same seller. So you just don't know if the seller had taken them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't know whether it's been taken off or it's got a different date stamp and that kind of stuff. But I think everybody watching would agree, as you say, for a lift from the movie, that's perfect choice. You can't get better than that.
But my question is for you, Tim, if they can do that card so well and choose a sensible image like that, why can't they do that for, I don't know, Leia, Bespin, Escape? That's the big question. I don't know.
It's just
madness.
It is weird, yeah.
I would love to rally to the defense of the Hasbro team and presume that maybe it's not their choice. Maybe they have to use an image that's dictated to them, above them. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think basically Hasbro do have to put things to Lucasfilm, basically. So they'll mock something up, and then Lucasfilm might have a say in it, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So as you say, sometimes what Hasbro might think's a good image, Lucasfilm will say no, and other times they might force them on something. I don't know. I don't really know how it works, but definitely in that Vintage Collection archive book, they say how much work they have to sort of, or collaboration that they have with Lucasfilm, and how many times they sort of reject even the smallest of things, like if a figure comes with a certain accessory and all this kind of stuff.
Well, if you could put a spin on that, then who the hell at Lucasfilm is saying yes to cards like the Best Pin one? You know what I mean? They should be saying, "Hang on, what you out of your mind? You want to sell this thing or not?"
Yeah.
Anyway,
absolutely. So in our top 5 there, how many did we have in our? I think we had 3. I think I said 3 at the beginning as well.
You did, Tim. Yeah, I didn't really think too deeply before the stream. I knew we'd cross.
I think I knew it'd be Cody and Grievous 100%.
Well, who do you think that I was going to pick? What were the 5 that you thought I was going to go with them?
I thought you'd have Obi-Wan in there for the card back, not for the figure necessarily, but for the card back, because I was looking at that one myself and I was thinking,
yeah,
this is a good image of him here.
Maybe I was probably going for diversity instead of going for always say that character, but that is lovely actually. That there's some lovely ones that you can put into that top 5 on a different day. You know what I mean? Yeah,
the Vader one's good. The Anakin's a nice card and what have you. So yeah, it was but yeah. So we clashed on the Magna Guard, Grievous, and obviously Cody.
But now it's annoying, this conversation that we're having now, because now I know that you're not going to be having any of them in your worst. Like, because you could have potentially put the Anakin in your worst because it's a cropped image and he's quite fuzzy. And it's too good. You can't put that as your worst. But I want to know who you have chosen now.
Who have you chosen for you? Do you want me to show my worst? Shall I go first on the worst?
Go on.
Let me get him out of the star case.
My one, before you show it, my one is actually not that bad a figure, actually. But anyway, I wonder if we're going to clash here.
I'm going to go and yeah, I'm putting a clone in my worst.
I think we've got the same.
And I've gone for that.
Oh, no, we haven't gone for the same. Wow.
And I've gone for that.
I agree with you.
Because, and this goes back to a lot of what you've always said about this one, in that when they brought this one out, they had the chance to rectify whatever, I know you don't like the helmet, which I totally agree with. I don't think a real human being can fit in those legs either. But the combination of the two makes it poor. Now I've got the Shock Trooper in my top 5, so it kind of like, what am I doing there? But The Shock Trooper, I like the colors better than this guy, and I like the card back basically. But I think this card back is rather dull. It's dark. This is about the third time they attempted to get this figure right, and I'm not even sure if they still got it right in terms of like whether he should have had a grey belt or a white belt, or what color his shins should have been, and all that kind of stuff. Do we actually even see these guys in the film for more than a second? I'm not even sure.
Really long shot with the platform with the Wookiees are there as well. I'm sure they were.
So it's like, for me, when they brought this out in TVC 2.0, you're right. Everything you said about this was right at the time, that they should have sorted what they're doing now. They're bringing out a new Phase 2 clone next year. They should have done it then. And then they could have just, gone to town on loads of different clones and stuff, couldn't they? So
it'd be flimsy as well. It's that new card. Oh, it's all that going for it as well.
I think also, and I might be stealing your lines here, isn't this one of the only ones that hasn't got the single name pill?
It is, yeah. It's like the Lando Calrissian as well. It was one that just came with multi-language and nothing else.
Yeah. So that's got it going against it as well, because you can't get your variant, and I'm not a massive fan of, if I could have the choice of which one I want, I would want it to have a single name pill, like one with the what was that one I was after for ages from Solo?
I wished I'd picked that now. That's not what I picked for the worst, which is
that's the worst for me.
You've just sold that to me, or hit it home what was already in my head, but I chose another one. I can't believe. Yeah, I want to change it now, but I will show you what I chose. the one I chose, and I've never had this figure loose. Right, it's a clone, and I think he has the VC-45 body, but he might not. His legs look chunky. You know what you said. Oh, damn it. I'll just show you the figure. Damn it. It's this one here, right? This is a brilliant card, actually. What the hell am I doing choosing this? When I say card,
I personally love that one.
Well, it's because it's green. And after what you just said about green,
probably.
I don't want to upset you either, Tim. But no, the reason I chose him is because he's just the darkest card. That was all. That's why I chose him. If people are livid that I chose this, it's not because of the figure, because the figure looks great. I would like him loose, but my mate Mike, Solo Shot First, has always said about how good that figure is. And I never really ever took in how good the figure was, but that's definitely not the old mold, is it? I don't know. Is that some sort of like
it's not,
hybrid?
It's not. I've got, it's a hybrid. I think he must have new legs, I think.
Those legs,
I've got the old one, and it's still quite good, but it's not as good as that one.
I mean, that when you said about they didn't, I know exactly what you mean. When I've looked at VC-45, I've looked at it and I've thought that how does a human fit in that? But I still think they're sleek. but yeah, no, the reason I chose it was just because the card is just it's quite a long shot, and it's kind of animated. The character looks like he's from the Clone Wars more than anything, although that's a very CGI film, and it's just very dark. That's all. But having said that, he does look nice with other people, like next to Gree, he looks good.
Yeah, I have him next to Gree. Yeah.
So I'm sorry, folks. That's who I've gone with, really.
And do you know what? When you're holding that card up, it reminds me of one that's going to be coming out that we've seen the card back for, and it's the Klatooinian Raider. Where they don't have a picture of the figure, the character. They have a picture of
the vehicle,
the vehicle, which I can't wait to get that, because I love that. It takes you back to the original, other ones that they've done, like the original ATST and the B-Wing and what have you. So it's like a nod to that, but it's also like taken in the dark with that light.
Yeah, which is cool. But please don't. I do not hate that card. Like, I hate what you had in your hand 5 minutes ago. You know what I mean? That I can't stand. So why I didn't choose that, I don't know. Because this is actually, it's because I've never had it loose. Maybe I don't actually like them either. That type of trooper. I've got a few of them loose from the like Legacy collection or like Saga collection. I've got the orange ones from the 212th, and they're a bit weird. It's not my favorite head, but yeah, it's a nice card though. But
you wish you picked this one now,
kind of, yeah. It's unpunched as well. Look at that beautiful condition card, that as well. Look at that. Wow.
I definitely have a next degree on my wall, without a doubt, or just underneath actually. So there's others in the line that are pretty good. Like, as you know, as I mentioned, I didn't pick the 501st. The 501st is my favorite like battalion from the clones.
Yeah.
Love the blue. But the cardback's very dark on that one. It's worse than some of the other ones that I bought.
Who else did you have as the potential for your worst then, if it wasn't going to be the 212? Sorry, the what is 41st?
The 501st. Well, to be honest, the 212 was pretty close as well.
Right.
Because I think that image of where he's like that's a little bit grainy, and the figure, it's the old one, like you've VC, what is that, 15 you've got, I think it is.
Yeah, VC 15, I think. Yeah.
It's the same body as that, but the helmet just goes yellow.
Yeah.
All the time. So it's a bit annoying. But yeah, that could have made it for that reason, I think.
Yeah, VC 15 for that.
Anyway, so that's good. We've gone through our top 5, episode 3, and the worst. And what are we going to do next time, Nick? Shall we move on to Rogue One? Should we do Rogue One? Join Solo with it? Like the anthology films? Should we do that?
Yeah, that'd be a nice idea. Yeah.
So
there's quite a lot in Rogue One, but there
is quite a lot in Rogue One. Yeah, but we'll put Solo in there as well, because Solo can't be by itself. There's not enough.
Speaking of which, I had that delivered yesterday, which is quite nice. I'd need another one to open it though, but that's just nice to see another Rogue One card again. Rogue One.
Yeah, I got that delivered while I was out as well. Yeah.
Eat Krennic next. That'd be good.
Yeah, man. And that was really good, yesterday's reveals, when they revealed the other
Richard Gerard
Imperial officer. Yeah, because I tell you what, the reason I love that is because we've got the Emperor, got the Royal Guards, we're getting the new Vader, he's been pipelined. So then you're getting him. Now we just need a shuttle and the dignitaries. Yeah. Because we've got all the troopers and what have you, Death Star gunners, if they're there. I can't remember if they're there or whatever.
TBC shuttle would be nice, or a HasLab shuttle. Do you know what? That would be a really good HasLab, that actually, because that is the one vehicle they've never expanded after the 80s mold. You know what I mean? Imagine the cockpit of a HasLab. It would be pretty damn big, but who cares?
It would have to be massive, yeah. But also the great thing about that, they're already using that Piet, because they obviously pipelined Piet.
Yeah,
so they're going to use the same body for but it does raise the chances for Krennic and other ISB officers, Yularen, and, it does, doesn't it? It's
man. Like, cool, Timothy, stop. Awesome, man.
So I was really pleased to see that. I was like, yes, like, here we go. Yeah. This is, a lot of people out there think, oh, not another boring Imperial officer dressed in grey. I can't wait to see Piet.
Yeah, Piet. I got confused with Gerard. I thought, has he been pipelined already? But no, that was just me. I was talking about my top 5 wish list for Return of the Jedi not long ago. And I was talking about Gerard, and I thought in my head that he was already being mentioned. So that was good.
Awesome. Right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. If you've watched all the other episodes, you know who Nick is by now. His YouTube channel is called Only One Kenobi. Awesome videos. Check him out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And that's it really. Thanks so much for watching. Join us next week when we'll be doing Rogue One and Solo, combining the two. So thanks everybody for watching, and we shall see you on the next one.